EBS Podcast presents.
Hi, you're listening to the EBS podcast about nanodegrees. My name is Jim and I'm the head of Master Studies here at EBS. A nanodegree is a new way to obtain knowledge or create new skills, which you can either use in your professional life or to become a lifelong learner. Today's nano that we will be talking about is the financial reporting standards versus managerial reality. And our guest and nano leader is Aet. Welcome, Aet, and tell us more about this nano that you have developed.
Hello. Well, as you already mentioned, the nano is called Financial Reporting Standards versus Managerial Reality, which is a rather long name. But the reason for this long name is that this nano will help the participants to solve what is sometimes seen as a conflict. The conflict between having to comply with the binding financial reporting standards while preparing the company's annual report, and on the other hand, the managerial reality, that is making good managerial and entrepreneurial decisions for your business's future.
Okay, so it is combining these two different worlds that have completely different interests, I would say.
Not really. As I said, it may be sometimes seen as a conflict, but actually there is no conflict, because the aim of this nano is to provide the participants with the knowledge and skills that every manager and a specialist involved in any financial issues within a company would need to prepare, analyze, interpret financial information, and make the best decisions for the company based on these interpretations. So even though these things are kind of sometimes interpreted as contradictory, they are very, very much combined, and that's what you will learn in this nano.
Okay, wow, that is a very interesting way of dealing with this topic. Can you tell me a little bit more about how is your nano structured? So what kind of modules do you have in your nano and how do they relate to each other?
Yeah, sure. Well, the nano consists of 4 courses: financial reporting, management of cash flows and finances, investment and acquisition decisions, and financial statement analysis. And the connection could be compared with, let's say, timeline or even traveling in time in a way, because it will combine the past, present, and the future. Well, how? Now, financial reporting is reporting on the events that have taken place in the past. But financial statement analysis is analyzing this information and interpreting it and communicating it to different stakeholders so that people inside the company and outside the company can make the best decisions for the future. And this is then about management of cash flows and finances and investment and acquisition decisions.
Okay, so you are looking from basically the whole spectrum of the company, like the past events that have happened, the present in which you have to make this decision so that your future looks bright. That is a very interesting approach. Make sure that this nano provides a very good outlook to all of our students. Speaking of students, what kind of students are you targeting at? Who would you say should definitely join this nano?
Definitely master students who either specialize in or are interested in finance and accounting. Then any middle level managers or would-be top managers, because they have to make financial decisions, and top managers are the ones who also sign the annual report. They have to know what they are signing, and they have to make decisions for the better future of the company. And of course, well, it would be a good start for anybody who's thinking of making a career in either accounting or finance in the future, or looking for a career move on promotion. Because in those uncertain times, well, we don't know which companies will survive, we don't know which jobs will survive, but regardless of the sector, every company has to report on their financial information and make financial decisions. So it's kind of universal knowledge.
Okay, so you're open for a very broad audience. There's no need for already a background in finance to join your nano.
Not really thorough background, but however, as it is a master's level course, then basic knowledge of accounting and finance is necessary, which may have been acquired in different ways, either like introductory accounting courses at bachelor's level, or lots of people, even though they haven't studied business and economics at bachelor's level, so they have been kind of involved in it to some extent at work, well, listening to financial reports at meetings and all that. So it might be also kind of what you have acquired in practice.
Okay, so practice is also very important, of course, especially with accounting. As this is a finance topic, I'm interested. Are you tailoring your courses towards the local Estonian market, or do you also have an international aspect to your nano?
Well, everything is international these days. And in my opinion, well, it's even more international in this field because now these lockdowns and those uncertain times have led us to the situation where more and more work can be done at home from our home offices, and dealing with finances and accounting is definitely something that you can provide the service to wherever in the world. And Estonia is not alone. Yeah, Estonian financial reporting standards do exist and are there for small and medium-sized enterprises. However, we have lots of branches of international corporations in Estonia who have to follow the international financial reporting standards, and they are not in conflict, not at all. Now, the Estonian financial reporting standards are very, very much in accordance with the big international financial reporting standards.
Okay, so yes, you're tailoring to a big market. I was curious, who's in your nano team? Because you're the nano leader, you're selling it here today. But who's in your nano team? Like, who do you bring extra to the courses?
Yeah, okay. In addition to myself, then also the head of the Department of Finance and Economics is involved, Urmas Karlep, who is an experienced auditor and a licensed coach. But then we have a very interesting co-teaching team, guest lecturers. We have an experienced person from the UK called John Plale, who has very, very wide international experience, both in teaching and in practice in the field of accounting and finance. So he has been to 60 different countries, working or teaching in most of them. In Europe, in Asia, in Africa, in the USA, and he's a member, a long-term member of the best-known global professional body of accountants called ACCA. And they are teaching together with Ebenum from Estonia, who has been the finance manager of several large companies, international corporations that are also operating in Estonia in the field of, timber business, the North Estonian Medical Center, health insurance fund, and to mention just some of them.
Okay, so you combine both academics and practitioners within your nano.
Definitely, because the practical aspect is very, very, very important, and that's why we are involving people with lots of practical experience, either here or internationally.
And what kind of skills will our students get out from this nano? Because you're touching already upon the practical side. So I understand, of course, there's the knowledge part, but what kind of skills can our students expect?
Definitely analytical skills, because that's what decision making is about. Just making choices, analyzing data and information, decision making and confidence in communicating financial information. Because on the one hand, you analyze and interpret the data, but they have to be communicated to the stakeholders within and outside the company. And negotiation skills as well.
Okay, that is a lot of very good skills that definitely people should have, and especially in the context of the finance as well. What would you say are the 3 key reasons to join your nano?
Okay, well, the first reason I would relate to the current situation. So the world has never been that uncertain before. I mean, never maybe in our, or especially young people's lifetimes. And we don't know what will happen. Now, I refer to the pandemic. I also refer to the political instability. Today, Estonia and other companies in the EU still do not know how they will have to cope with the outcome of Brexit. And, well, there might be new trading conditions, new terms, and to cope with all that, you need knowledge of financial issues. Then communication skills in the financial field. Historically, it has been considered that people involved in accounting and finance, so they are just sitting now at the computer, earlier just they were pen crunchers and, not communicating with people. But by the way, some big auditing firms have said that is what young people actually lack. So they are very good with their mobile devices and everything, but clients want face-to-face contact. Okay, it can be online meetings, but you have to communicate this financial information convincingly. So if you want to develop your confidence in communicating financial information, that is another reason to come and join this Nano. And of course, it would be a great competitive advantage if you are looking forward to be promoted or are thinking of a career move. As said before, every company has finances. You can't run business without it. Even if you have your own business, so you will speak the same language with the potential venture capitalists and angel investors.
That is very true, yes. Ayat, before we wrap up, I would like to give you the concluding words. What would you like to share about your Nano?
Yeah, I would like to come back to this timeline or time horizon, past, present, and future. Eleanor Roosevelt has said, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Let us use this gift, the present, to learn from history, to make the best decisions for the mystery to come.
Thank you very much. You can join our Nano degree, Financial Reporting Standards versus Managerial Reality, in the spring. Ayat, thank you very much for your time and for your great introduction into this topic.
Thank you.